guys, hope you're well. Same process as ever with mics on either side. If you can introduce yourself by name and organisation. We'll set an embargo partway through for the Sundays for Saturday at 10:30. Start with Dan, please.
Dan Rowan, BBC.
Dan, we just grab the mic there.
Sorry. Thanks, Alex. Hi, Pep. Dan Rowan, BBC. You said last year that you would walk away from the club if it was found that they had misled you over their denials of breaking financial rules. Given the sheer scale of the charges issued by the Premier League this week, how confident are you that you have been told everything? Has it in any way affected your belief in the club?
Good morning, everyone. My first words on behalf of the club is for our thoughts for the people in Turkey and Syria, for these terrible moments. It's happened. My first thought is that we are already being condemned. So like what's happened right now, these weeks after Monday, it's happened the same what happened in UEFA. That UEFA, it was a condemned. We had already accusation, now we have just charge. Why should, in that moment when overturned the situation, what they told me before they defend the accusation for UEFA, the club proved that we're completely innocent, why should not think right now when there is not even accusation, it's just condemned, it's just charges or suggestions. So you have to understand that between 90 teams of the Premier League is accusing us without letting us the opportunity to defend. And the word of my club, my owner, my chairman, my CEO, my people explain everything during these 3 or 4 years. You know exactly on what side I am.
You're confident and obviously innocent until proven guilty, clearly. But because of the unprecedented number of charges over such a long period of time, does it sadden you that inevitably there will be some out there, people watching on, who will reach a conclusion that some of the achievements, the record-breaking achievements that you've brought to this club are tainted?
Another side, I would say that we are lucky we live in a marvelous country that we have a society when everyone, like you said, is innocent until proven guilty. We didn't have this opportunity. We are already sentenced and tough. What's going to happen, I don't know. So, in the other side, I'm happy that we are here because, like UEFA happened, okay, we have the chance to defend. We cannot defend. I think we have a good lawyers, but we cannot say that UEFA had a bad lawyers. And I think the Premier League supported for 19 teams to put it out for the Premier League are going to take a good lawyers too, to defend the position like we're going to defend our position. I would have loved to wait and see, and the time will see, or the time will dictate what is going to happen. And just in case we are not innocent, we will accept what the judge, the Premier League decide. But what happened if in the same situation that UEFA happened, we are innocent? What happened to restore or pay back our damage? Because the damage now is for 1 decade, 8, 9, 10. So 1 week later, UEFA make a sentence against us. 9 teams, Burnley, Wolves, Leicester, Newcastle, Spurs, Arsenal, United, Liverpool, Chelsea, out of the Champions League, but they won at that position. Like Julius Caesar said, there are not in this world, there are not enemies or friends. There are just interests. And they wanted, put it out to take that position that we want on the pitch, take it there and take it in our position. So now the thing is different than in that moment. Absolutely zero. The same articles, the same accusations, the same everything. You have to be out of the UEFA Champions League. You have to go to League One. No, League One is too much. League Two, or maybe Conference. We were in main road. We were not a team who won a long history, a lot of titles. We have been in the low divisions. We'll be back there. No, not a problem, just in case. We will call Paul Dikoff, Mike Summerby, and we will do again a good process. We'll be back. I'm pretty sure. But should wait. They should wait. Because at the end is, okay, the Premier League, hey, not decide, put it there, okay, we're going to defend ourselves what happened in the UEFA situation. Didn't wait, and now didn't wait either.
With us already, Sky Sports, what was the reaction of the players and your message to them, and how do you prevent them from being distracted by such an unprecedented story?
It's not unprecedented story. It's the second time of this story. We lived that before, 2 or 3 years ago. What was a sentence? He is not. Don't forget it. He is not. You accuse us. That should be out. But between these 9 teams before and these 19 teams now, between the word of them or the word of my people, I'm sorry, I rely on the word of my people.
So you didn't have to have an address with
No,
the players?
we didn't. The club, okay, I talk with all of us, but I didn't speak. We're training like normal to try to beat Aston Villa.
And you're confident that they won't be distracted, the players?
Why should I be distracted with the confidence with my players? What we want. So the moment from Sergio score, the moment for Ilkay Gundogan and Aston Villa score, for all the big moments we are living, the 7 years belong to us, for our fans, for our people. And this is no one can pull it out. It's impossible. So and after, okay, the court will dictate what happened. And I said before, so at the end it's nice. But after, when it's going to happen, I'm fully convinced that we'll be innocent. What will happen next? We don't stop now? It's not because of the UEFA. So since Abu Dhabi took over, or take over the club, since the day one it was like that.
Ian, please.
Pep, what do you think has been wrong with your team in some of the matches in recent weeks? Because you've had a string of results recently that have been unlike your side.
Well, we lost in Spurs. The rest was quite good. In FA Cup, in Premier League, and the game in the Spurs, I'm sorry, was not bad enough. Not good enough, but also needed bad enough. So we have to, of course, we know the situation, we have to make more consistency in terms of results, and we're going to try on Sunday, start on Sunday.
In past seasons, you've had a number of players who, I know they have to earn places in your side, but from the outside, they seem to have been automatic picks for you because you could rely on their form and rely on their fitness. Do you think you've still got a number of players who are in that same bracket this season?
I'm delighted with the team, and I know how they're training lately. And normally we didn't give up in the previous season. In the toughest moments, we were there, and I have the feeling that we will continue to do it.
Hi, Pep. You mentioned as recently as Friday about the teams who'd written a letter to the Premier League to get you knocked out of the Champions League. What do you think is the long-term aim here? Do you think it's that they want your owners to sell, they want you to go? You know, what do you think is the long-term aim of this sort of sustained accusations?
We were not part of the establishment, and always have been in this league. But in the same time, I understand they can do it, but always I regret the fact, wait, no, let us ourselves to defend, please. So that's all. So I don't know in other countries, but in this country, everyone is innocent until, proven guilty, and didn't happen. So when UEFA was a sentence, he is not even that. And we are already, what is going to happen, what is going to happen? What happened, we're innocent. Who's going to get back, return our damage? What the people write and tell about us. Here there is 1,000 million efforts behind the scenes. So the accusation, something we are doing wrong to win games. No. We try to do our best on the pitch like everyone else. A few lessons. Point fingers for the other ones. Few lessons for the other ones. They should do it. Unfortunately, it will be a long period. Today I speak, and because it's my turn, and will be over from now on, because now it's time for the lawyers for the both sides to defend the positions for one side and for the other one. And I'm not to talk more, but so unfortunately it should happen immediately in 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. It will be longer, I know that. But it's what it is. We live in what happened in UEFA, and we continue to do it in that way.
Pep, what do you want to see from your team on Sunday? What's the main development you want to see?
Try to beat Aston Villa. Try to play good. Try to know exactly what we do against a good team, a good side with many weapons, with a manager with a lot of experience in important games. How good they do both sides and try to beat them. This is what you have to do. The players will be focused in our game. That's for sure. Here and in the past, in the future, well, like it happened in the past.
But even if they are focused on the game, can all of this be used as an extra layer of motivation, maybe?
No. No, of course, it hurts when they want to take it out what we won in the past on the pitch, absolutely everything. So, yeah, of course, but you know that happened Monday, a lot of rumors, a lot of noise in the next days, but I had the feeling that when the games, a lot of games coming back, the people, everyone is going to do the job that they have to do, ourselves on the pitch, the lawyers in the court.
Hey Pep, how much contact have you had with Ferran and Khaldoon this week, and what kind of assurances have they given you that everything was above board?
The same one happened in UEFA, in the moment of the UEFA, the same, not even one step back. I would say that I'm more confident because they have more experience, I would say, or they know more information. They have a lot of pages that we present in UEFA that I think is going to introduce against Premier League. So let's say, everyone continue to do our job. Everyone in his department is going to do the job. The physicians do the job. The doctors do the job. Nutrition do the job. You do the job, Pep. The players do the job. And everyone is going to do the job.
Hi Pep, it seems like this is going to take many years to play out. How frustrating is that for you that everyone has already condemned you and it will take years for you to prove your innocence?
Well, it happened in UEFA. It was 1 or 2 years until it happened. So now it's happened. I think it's going to talk about that every single day. So yeah, adapt, adjust, and focus in what you have to do on the pitch.
Would you like it to be settled as soon as possible?
Yeah, but there are a process, a timing. A timing is the timing, and there are a lot of process, and everything is not one day for the other one. We know it, so it will be long. So yeah, try to do it. I know it's going to happen. We will love to say tomorrow, just in case we are innocent or not, but that is not going to happen.
Hi, Pep at the back, Ian Ladyman from the Daily Mail. I'll just ask you a very, very simple question. Do you think that other clubs in the Premier League don't like Manchester City, don't want Manchester City, are resentful of what Manchester City have achieved?
It's difficult for me to answer this question.
What do you think?
I don't know. So they open a precedent right now. What they have done to us, be careful. Be careful in the future, because many clubs they make suggestions, and there are a lot of clubs that they can be accused, like we have been accused, without maybe being innocent. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but it's a question I don't know, because I can have an opinion, a feeling, but it's like the people say, what the fans think. I don't know. What they push to get rid of, out of this, in the competitions, that is obvious. So because they believe that we didn't behave properly, and we can accept that, but let us defend when we believe we did it properly. Like we show not 1 century ago, so just a few years ago, like the same situation happened today. I had it in the past. The same happened in the UEFA. It's happened today, and we didn't learn about that. So there are a lot of things. There are suggestions. There are not sentences about that. It's completely different.
But do you suspect that this has been driven by the clubs? This has been driven by the other clubs? Is that what you suspect?
Yeah, of course. It's a Premier League.
Why do you think it's been driven by the clubs?
I don't know. You have to go to all the CEOs, Danny Levy's, and all these kind of people, and ask them, go to the press conference and ask them to, and do it.
Last couple for the embargo, please, guys. James and Joe.
When you're faced with a situation like this, does it make you yourself more determined than ever to fight for your club, you know, on the pitch as well as off it?
Hopefully the reason why they are going to sack me out of here are the results. This is mainly the reason why the manager stay in the position or stay in the position. Hopefully we'll be there. And I think in that situation we will decide together for the confidence that we have, trust each other. But I'm not moving from this seat. I can assure you, more than ever, I want to stay that. Now, more than ever.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have doubts of 7 years, 8 years, 7 years already is a long time. Not even in any country, so many years, imagine in the Premier League, so many years. But now I don't want to move on. Not because the people say, if they lied to you, Pep. They didn't lie to me. Look what happened with UEFA. I said to them, what happened? So, Pep, we did nothing wrong. We prove it. Now it's the same case. Why should I don't trust with my people? I trust with all the CEOs and owners for the 19 clubs, like it was 9 clubs in the UEFA. It happened? No. I trust with my people. Between them and my people, No 1 second for the other ones. No 1 second.
And when you have a situation where you feel like everyone's out to get you, as a club, as a manager, as a playing squad, can you use that as a tool to create a siege mentality, to give you that extra sense of desire? Might actually help you get through some of the problems you've encountered on the pitch in recent
We are
weeks?
not alone when we are together. But against 90 teams, we are alone. That's for sure. But it's not a problem. But that it will not be sustained in 2 years just for this energy because they accuse you. You have to play good. You have to beat. We have to beat Aston Villa. These 19 clubs is going to help us to beat Aston Villa. We have to do it, like always we have done it. So, Agüero scored a goal to give us our Premier League. Gundogan scored the 2 goals with Rodri to win the Premier League against Aston Villa a few months ago. We did it on the pitch. They want to do it off the pitch, you want to take out of the pitch, it's okay. But let us to defend, please. Let us to defend. And after, if we did something wrong, like I guess it's not going to happen, but just in case it happened, we accept it. I said before the UEFA, you recorded the UEFA, so I rely on them 100%. If at the end the judge said whether there's something wrong, we're going to accept it. Of course we're going to accept it. But what happened if we're innocent? We're going to get back the damage I've done. No, they have to go, they have to punish and money and point deduction and go to second division and third and third. I don't know how many ideas. I don't know where they come from. I don't know how many ideas I read what had to happen. And the opposite side, what's going to happen?
Hi, Pep. You're being very defiant. That's quite understandable. And I hear what you're saying about you defending your club and the damage that has been done with regard to UEFA. But you're a human being, your players are. Surely you must have some doubts and quiet moments about the future, what might happen, because no one really knows, right? And that can't help you as a manager, your football team, the players you're trying to get to play for you, because you know they're human beings and they're bound to have doubts, right?
The future is lunchtime after this marvellous press conference.
But Aston Villa, I'm talking about on Sunday, for example.
The Aston Villa, of course, and after Arsenal and Champions League is around the corner. This is, I would say, is the future. What's going to happen, who knows it? So we cannot control it. So when we will adapt, what the players have to do is what they have to do, defend this club as best as possible. What they have done in the last 10, 12 years, 13 years, especially when, our own chairman took over the club.
With regard to having to manage human beings, would this be one of the worst things that can happen midway through a season, a campaign, Champions League about to start again, you're chasing the title? Is this maybe the sort of worst nightmare for you as a manager?
Right now, they're going to leave.
What's going on?
No. I don't know what's going to happen. So it's the same. I had the same feeling I happened with UEFA. Honestly, it was the same feeling. It was quite similar. Well, quite similar. No, UEFA was worse. It was quite similar. So I would say tomorrow to the players, and focus it in your talent and your effort, and go to what's going to happen if at the end, after the sentence, in 1 year and a half, 2 years, and after we see, what happened. I don't want to anticipate it because honestly I don't know. All the people anticipate it already, but I don't want to anticipate what is going to happen.
Set the embargo for 10:30 p.m. on Saturday, please.